Hi, hello. This is Dr. Prasad Pudilam, continuing my class series on research methodology and intellectual property rights with the subject code 21RMI56, which is the subject offered by Visvesvaraya Technological University for the fifth semester of all engineering colleges affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University. Okay, so this is my class series of fifth video of module 1 also just started only. Okay, 4 videos classes completed. All my classes, what I am doing, I am taking a question based on a topic, connecting it to the course outcome, indicating what is the revised Bloom's taxonomy level of that question, then answer scheme I am giving, some of the important points I am giving here and giving the explanation for that. So as a student, if you are watching it as a student, you please note down those important points. After that, you can download this particular textbook, which is given as the reference textbook, or the textbook, main textbook itself. This you can download from Google. You type the words engineering research methodology by Dipankar Das, Dipankar Dev or Rajiv De. You will get the PDF form of this. You download it and study further. Okay, some of the points I will be explaining. I am not preparing separate study material for that. So if you ask also, I will not be in a condition to give you as such. Okay, so this is the one which I am covering now, module 1. In that module 1, I have already covered meaning of research, objective, motivation in research, types of engineering research. Now finding, solving a work file. Fifth question I am handling, fifth topic I am handling, and these are the course outcome which are connecting to the different questions. And after analyzing and understanding that question answer, hope that it indicates that you will know what is that particular meaning. So course outcome 1 says that to know the meaning of engineering research, you will come to know what is actually the engineering research and what it is, what are the things to do. Okay, now finding and tackling a good research problem. To that, a question is framed. Describe the process of identifying and selecting a research problem in engineering and explain how this process contributed to the overall quality of research. Okay, that is connected to CO1. You will come to know what is the meaning of engineering research. The level of the question is level 3 and it can be asked for 10 marks. Okay, so important subheading or the answer key to answer this, what I find out to you from the textbook, using that textbook, that you need to identify a research problem. Is identifying a research problem, some points based on that, literature survey, ideas related to our research, what makes a problem good and why all problems are not equal, and some of the steps required to solve a problem, like understanding it, start somewhere, try it out and reflect. Okay, so this one point wise I am explaining. So again I am telling, if you are a student, continue that notebook that you are having, note down the important points which is there in that, which I am explaining, so that you can find it in your textbook and you can further elaborate it. Okay, so first point, that is identifying a research problem. Sometimes the research supervisor, or we call it as our sir, or the guide, our research guide, or others will tell us about a problem that need to be solved. For example, if imagine you are a graduate student, engineering student, and you are engineering students studying environmental science. Okay, something related to the environment, what are the things to be done, and your guide says that, or tells that there is a need of to understand the impact of a new industrial plant which is newly introduced. Okay, so the teacher say, guide say that you study about the impactors, possible impactors, with possible data collecting on that you do. So this become the research problem to tackle for that student. Okay, so that is the one which the supervisor or the research guide given to you. Other times we only have to sit, think, rethink, or rethink on a theory which is already established, or we have to combine the information from different research papers, articles which are available in the internet, in different libraries. If you go, will get it. People who worked on topic which we are also interested. For example, if we are a science researcher, a social science researcher, about human behavior, studying about human behavior, so we might come across conflicting theories. Okay, so human behavior, we always not all satisfied. Each individual is different. Therefore, we always have a conflict on that. So whatever which is given in the literature, in the research paper or in the textbook, or somewhere, some phenomena, particular phenomena is given, and we are interested to, we know that, we feel that that is not good, that is not complete, or not properly presented, or some extra things you want to add to that. So it becomes our task to synthesize this information and propose a new theoretical framework for the same. Okay, that is the student itself taking initiative and identifying a research problem. That is the second way how we identify a research problem. Okay, so research scholars, they are um, research scholars means research students. They have a job to find the right problem to work. As a research scholar in CSE, computer science and engineering, if you are, you might be responsible, just an example I am taking, you might be responsible for identifying a problem in artificial intelligence, AI, such as AI, what you can do, okay, natural language processing algorithms, new efficient natural language processing algorithm you need to identify. Okay, so that is the point on this. Now literature survey. Literature survey means finding the right problem. It is not so easy, but it is also required. To do that, we need to do the process. So we need skills to do this, but these skills are not often taught. Okay, the skills called literature survey skills. Okay, that is not taught anywhere. So once we have a vague idea, a rough idea of a problem, we start reading a lot of stuff. Okay, many things will start, website, textbook, research papers, everything will start, and whatever the established literatures, if you are surveying it, you are going through it and identifying it, collecting it, and making it in a proper arranged way, we call that procedure as a literature survey. Okay, so this we have to keep on identifying from each research paper, each journal. We need to identify some points which are supporting us. We have to note down which journal, what they said, who is the author, what is the journal title, all the complete data also we need to collect. That also we need to use when we write our own thesis. Our own thesis means after completing our work, when we write our thesis, our that research finding book, report book, then we need all these supporting stuff. So let us say that you are a medical, if you are a researcher who is interested in medicinal related topics, biomedical research, you are studying about a very rare disease suddenly came. Right now, if I say COVID-19 came some 2-4 years back, but medicine was found for that. Nipah virus, something which is new, which is spreading in our nearby states. Still not identified a proper vaccine for that or proper cure for that. So it's become a rare disease. So interest to study about that one, and taking we are conducting literature survey, we are related symptoms or related viruses, if it viruses or microbes mainly. If we are understanding it by doing the literature, by studying about different literatures, and if we are doing it, we call it as literature survey, and to understand the current state of our knowledge, and what is the gap which is there to connect from previous one to the present problem that we are facing. and finally we'll find a research problem, how we fit and how in what way we need to continue our work, that will identify with the literature survey. Okay, so it will make us to sure that whether the given topic is a very good project topic or not, whether it is a good research idea or a research topic problem or not. Now ideas related to our research. Okay, sometimes we will get that satisfying moment, that aha moment. Okay, even before we start reading the books, we'll get somewhere we seen something, and that is the from which we got the idea that okay, I need to do research in this particular problem. Okay, or maybe someone gives a talk. Okay, some lecturer given talk, or some other people, famous people, or somebody simply they given a talk, you listened people talking something, you got a problem at the statement from that ideas can also give you a problem statement. For instance, if I say you are attending a conference on that energy, renewable energy, and you find you got inspired by one of the lecturers or the scientist talk or presentation, and you want to invest or you want to do your time on making solar power by using something new material. Okay, so ideas generated, you are not knowing about that earlier, but now you are going to know that such a problem can be solved, and you are to continuing with it. Or something in different subject which could give us an idea relating to our research, like a new material for aerospace application, particular application, we need a new material which is not there, so we have to identify what is the requirement, what type of how it can be generated, or whether it can be made by mixing 2 3 material, like that we have to think a new material has to be prepared for a particular application, what I said, aerospace application. So we'll try to do with the new technology which is based on material, that is nanotechnology. Using nanotechnology, we'll try finding researching different nanomaterials, whether it is having that particular property which can be used for that particular aerospace application which we are intended to do. Okay, so that like way we have to develop our ideas. Now what makes a problem a good problem? How we say that the research problem that we are identified is a very good problem? Okay, a good research problem, it has certain qualities, like it might be something surprising, like the discovery of graphene from our pencil tip. The discovery of graphene happened with the pencil tip, that from that only graphene was discovered. Which is unexpected happened, and suddenly it revolutionized, it changed the material science field itself. Or I can say it could be a problem which has surprised the experts for many years, and our innovative approach, somewhere it cracks open, and will get suddenly it will be introduced. Okay, so the problem becomes a good. It could also be a new result that starts a whole new area of research. Like a good problem, it will lead to a practical improvements, finding more efficient way. For example, if I tell purifying water, to make a new water purifier, or the developing countries, they need a better purifier, because once developing country means a lot of pollution will be there. Water pollution will be one of the major pollution issues that they will be facing, therefore they need a new water purifier. So that can be it is a very good research problem for that particular place where they are. Okay, or it might even stop people from working on a problem because it's been solved so well. Okay, so we should be sure that the problem is worth our time, because we do our best work when the problem is worth it. Okay, so before we start, we should make sure that whatever we are doing, it is not done earlier. That is the first thing. If continuing doing the same thing is not a research as such, just a lab experiment, just an experiment making us to understand what is happening. It is not a research as such. Okay, and we have to see that the problem has got some importance, some value, as well as we have to make it a problem, good problem, and we should be able to do with our availability of material or limitations or the given time frame that we intended to do. If you are a research scholar and you are investing to a university as a fees, then you have to finish your said called work within that time frame. Then you can continue, because once you start research, you will be doing it throughout your life. You will be continuing that work throughout your life. Okay, now not all the problems are equal. Not every problem we solve will be very amazing, but even solving a small problem which can lead to big discoveries later. Either we only will do, or our research students will continue that work on, or someone will do. Okay, we can say that it was the problem was initiated by me, and now it see reached to this discovery. For instance, if I want to tell the newcomer artificial intelligence, it is creating more and more accurate image that recognizing algorithms. Now it is very, we feel that it's very small scale now. Okay, so small research papers you can see, which and collecting some data near places, and doing the algorithm, and artificial intelligence is working. Okay, now these are all very small, so these things are getting improved, connecting one to the other one. It will have very significant implication for the very much near future in the industries, mainly the healthcare. Okay, I have seen my friends only. I have recently got a FDP, faculty development firm funded by central government, on this particular topic, artificial intelligence in healthcare. Okay, because my friend he is working, his research field is that AI in healthcare, and I was basically material scientist, material science person. I was heading a nanotechnology department. So nanomaterials we use for healthcare. So this we connected, and we got a faculty development program funded project. Okay, so even this AI, it can be used for making the cars which are self-driven. Many applications are there with the new technology whenever it comes. Okay, now some problems are faced. They are very famously hard, but they only get solved because people are trying. People has to try. Okay, so the need for achieving a nuclear fission, a controlled nuclear fission, it is always, it was a challenge, because still we are not using the nuclear fusion in a larger scale. If we have a better control of that nuclear fusion, all our energy problems will be solved within that time itself, because nuclear fusion, it generates that much a lot of energy. So research are still continuing because its potential for clean and neat and limitless energy. Okay, so one such problem, it is very important, but again very risky also. So we may wonder if it is worth spending a lot of time on a tough problem, whether we will end up, whether we will reach, whether we will get any result, or we will keep on collecting the material or the literature survey only. But even if we don't solve it completely, we could still find the useful things along the way. You don't feel that, you don't confuse yourself, or don't afraid that only if you get a positive result or some product in your hand, then only your research will be successful. People will give you degree for that or award, they will recognize you, or even they will give you marks. Don't feel like that. If you are doing a research, if you are recording that you are doing a research in a proper documentation, not a video recording as such, you are documented properly, and you are highlighting what happened, what are the things were and have failed and why failed. If you are telling, then that is a research. If you will be getting equal respect than as the others are getting, but you may be getting better reputation because you took a very tough problem, you reached to some level, and you identify which are the mistakes that what are happening during that research, and it makes the others to continue and solve that toughest problem at the earliest. Okay, so steps to solve a problem, that was the last point. We have to understanding the problem, it is very crucial. If I say a chemistry person is trying to develop a new drug, he should understand the different pathways, the biological pathways which we are targeting, why this drug is actually needed for which treatment, and the entire chemistry related to that he has to understand. Okay, otherwise simply introducing a drug, it may be having so many other issues. So everything should understand what are the possible side effects, so called side effects, and why this drug is needed for particular disease. Okay, we introduce a drug for particular cure only. Okay, so starting somewhere, which involves a lot of brainstorming. We have to think, rethink. Okay, and even we have to do a lot of trial and error experiments, experimenting with the different approaches, not doing experiment with the same method, changing the method, different methods trying to achieve that one. If you are an engineering designing, you are an engineer and you are designing a more efficient engine, fuel efficient engine. Okay, we will prepare a prototype and we will test the various designs which will make the engine more efficient. Okay, so that is we have to start doing, you have to start a prototype and have to start doing that, try it out. It means putting our plans into action. If you are a software developer, the coding is required, testing the phases of the project, it required, you are trying it, keep on trying, that is trying it out. Sometimes taking breaks, going for a small trip, coming back and again continuing, suddenly it will boost your ideas, you will get a better result. Okay, reflecting your work after working on the problem, and we look back and think about what you have learned, that is always needed. Okay, we should not keep on continuing, somewhere we should stop, we should rethink what other things we did. Suddenly we may get a new better way to solve the problem that we are doing. That also very important. We have to look back, we have to see where we started and how we started the entire process. We have to sit and revisit it once. So this helps us to understand the things better and prepare us for the future research. Okay, thank you. This is not part 1, again doing mistake, part 5. Okay, part 5, I want to type part 5. Okay, so this is part 5, fifth video of module 1. Hope you understood the topic as such. It is there, textbook is there, so reference material is there with you. Only you need to connect these points which I said after reading the textbook only, after taking from that textbook only I prepared it. Please do subscribe. This is very much important for me as a YouTuber. You have to subscribe my YouTube channel. Otherwise I have to make it members only video. I'm not making it members only video. I'm keep it open for public right now. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. The number of subscribers are there, I'll be very happy continuing this type of work on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name my intuition 4865. So once again, thank you very much and have a nice day.